In 1949, the Mauna Loa volcano on the Big Island erupted and lava flowed out of it for 147 days. During that time, it put out a total of 77 million cubic yards of lava. To put that in perspective, let's say that we were able to use all of that lava as material to build a giant wall. We could build a wall that is 10 feet high, 5 feet wide, and we have enough of it to wrap around the entire island of Oahu 8 times. I don't know about you, but I find that very impressive. But for those of you that may not be familiar with the island of Oahu, let's try a different illustration. Let's say that instead of a wall, we built a highway. A standard highway is 24 feet wide and it's 6 inches thick. If we shaped all of that lava into a road, we would have enough material to build a 2-lane highway from Kailua Kona Big Island all the way to Los Angeles, California. And we would have enough material left over to make a loop and make it almost all the way back. There's actually quite a few things that are interesting about this eruption. There's some pictures and some charts that I want to show you, so let me share my computer screen with you and we'll take it from there. One interesting thing about the 1949 eruption is that it was super bright. And it lasted so long that they even had time to make a special excursion steamer that was organized from Honolulu. It carried hundreds of passengers around the island to view the glowing summit from the sea. There was also major traffic on the ground, but this was not because lava destroyed the roads. Instead, hundreds of vehicles jammed the narrow roads leading towards the mountain as residents and tourists rushed to get a closer look at the erupting volcano. And back in that day, there was very few flight restrictions, so swarms of small planes circled around the volcano constantly, providing a theater in the sky for those who could afford a seat. What's interesting is that after the 1949 eruption ended, scientists didn't just walk away. They noticed that the magma pressure remained high and the earthquakes were still ongoing. They actually issued warnings that the 1949 event was likely just an appetizer and the real thing is yet to come. Almost exactly 1 year later, their theory was proven correct, when the 1950 eruption broke out. And this time, there was no time for entertainment. The lava was moving so fast that it destroyed a gas station, a post office, and several homes in South Kona within hours. Here's an official record describing what happened. In summary, the lava was flowing much faster than it did the year prior, and a whole lot more of it came out. So if we scroll down and look at how much lava came out, we see right here that the eruption only lasted 23 days this time, and 492 million cubic yards of lava came out. That's almost 5 times as much as the first one. And here I thought the first one was a lot. And of course, we should look at an illustration to help us better understand just how much lava that is. If we made a sidewalk that was 5 feet wide and 4 inches thick using the lava as material, we would have enough material to build a sidewalk that wraps around the entire world 25 times. But let's get back to the eruptions and take a look at this map right here. So all these lines that you're seeing in the middle of the island, that's where the lava was flowing every single time there was an eruption. So the 1949 eruption started right over here, and the 1951 was right over here. Which means that a lot of the lines in this part of the island were created by that 1949 and 1950 eruption. By the way, as a side note, Mauna Loa is not the only volcano on the island. We also have Kilauea, which is constantly erupting, and we have dormant volcanoes like Hualalai, Mauna Kea, and Kohala. If we get unlucky and those volcanoes blow up someday, what you're seeing right here with all these little lava lines, you're probably going to see over here or over here, depending on where the volcano blows up. Here's another image that depicts where we saw lava flow in the last 200 years or so. And what I like about this map is that they actually have the roads in blue to show you where the lava actually crossed the roads. So as you can see, there were quite a few times where lava did destroy roads, and whenever the lava gets to the ocean, it almost always means that some houses and some neighborhoods are going to be destroyed. I also found this map to be pretty interesting as well. They labeled the zones where the lava from Mauna Loa can potentially flow. The red zone right here is the most dangerous because the slope on this side of the mountain is steep, so the lava travels down a lot faster than it does on the other sides. The orange side, the lava will flow a little bit slower if it were to erupt. The blue side is super slow. It'll take weeks to months to reach the ocean from the mountain summit. And then the yellow one right here would take days to weeks. So red would be considered high risk, orange would be medium, yellow is medium low, and blue is low risk. This simply means that if lava were to start flowing this way, you would have weeks to prepare to evacuate. Whereas on this side, you might have to evacuate immediately that same day. Here's a closer look of all the different times the lava was able to get to the ocean. As you can see, in 1950, it was able to get to the ocean in 3 different spots. And this is how long it took it to get from the summit to the ocean. This one on top only took 3 hours, whereas the other ones were 14 and 17 hours. So anyway, this was your brief history lesson on the Mauna Loa eruptions. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, let me leave you with a couple of dad jokes. What is the most reliable part on your body? Your fingers. You can always count on them. And why can't NASA send a duck to space? Because the bill would be astronomical.